Now, the same thing happens in reverse, right? So if we think about what happened so let me just kind of erase this, right? But again, the way you see a trend, right? Now, this is an uptrend. So you have uptrends, you have downtrends, and you have sideways trends. This is an uptrend. What we call this uptrend, we call it a bull market. And if you think about a bull, right, like this right here, the bull is young, a very healthy bull, right? If you think of a bull in the China market, they charge, right? One of the things that they talk about is that the market, the bull market goes up the stairs, boom, and then it goes out the window, or down the escalator, or down the elevator, right? So the bull market goes up the stairs, kind of gradually, a few days, few months, few years. And then also notice, right, I just want to make sure you understand that along these primary trends, right, you have the secondary trends, so you get stuff like this, right? You get these trends here, right? This is going on here, right? And then you get these micro trends, right? So this is what's going on. So you get these small trends, right? So you get small trends, so like what Charles Dow was looking at is he's looking at the primary trend, right? And then he looked at the secondary trend and the tertiary trend, right? The micro trends, and that's on the way up. Okay, so any questions out there? Any questions with regard to this uptrend? The uptrend is higher lows. This is a low. This low is higher than that low. This low is higher than that low. This low is higher than that low. And this right here. This is the bull market is established, right? Now it's confirmed, right? And then it gets confirmed. Okay, and then you reach a height, and then whatever. You could have macro influences. Like, for example, what happened with us, right, in this last, we were having throughout after the pandemic, right, you had, actually for a good part of, since like 2008, significant amount of quantitative easing, right, and then we had in the last year and a half, right, we had quantitative tightening. So the Federal Reserve Bank was tightening up the economy with the help of the federal government, right? And the way they tightened it up, they ratcheted up the interest rate. And one of the concepts is they like don't fight the Fed, right? So when the Fed is tightening up the market, generally, right? That is what's leading. Not by itself, right? Again, there's a whole host of factors, and this is important. So this right here, and also let me just say, let me add this, right? Because I didn't talk about the volume, right? But let's add the volume piece here, right? And we'll call that VOL, right? So volume, right? Let's say this is average. This is the average volume. Right, so in a accumulation phase, right, volume might go significantly above average, right? Then you might have lower volume, then you have above average volume, right? Volume will go up, and then you get this different volume. So volume goes up, right, and this is your average volume. So what you really want to pay attention to when you're practicing this idea of technical analysis, right, you're looking at both the price movement, right? The accumulation, when the retailer's getting in, and then the excess phase, right? But you also want to look at volume, right? If there's a lot of activity when the market's going up, then that shows some strength. If it's going up and there's not a lot of volume, you might want to pay attention to that. Okay, so that's the general idea there. So that's the idea of a bull market. Higher lows, higher highs. The higher lows are more important, right? There's generally three major, now we had a bull market from 2009 to pretty much close to the pandemic, right? That was 11 years. That was unprecedented, right? A lot of bull markets, they last about 5 years. Bear markets might last about a year and a half. But we had this huge bull market. And then we had that flash bear market during the pandemic. But then from November of 2021, the market has been relatively in a bear environment. Okay, so this was, so like we could consider this like from 2020 up to November of 2021, right?